A lot of people have asked me, hey, you're doing a great job in the city. Are you enjoying your job in the city? And why would you leave the role as a mayor when as a mayor, you can do so much for your community and you can be so engaged and you're thinking of joining a body of 435 individuals in which you're not going to have the ability to affect change as much as you could potentially do as a mayor. And I say to that, for such a time as this, we are living in times in which we need people not only to lead, because maybe we were born with a desire to hold office. I, for one, never thought that I would be running for this office. Quite frankly, I didn't even know if I was going to be alive at this point in time in my life. But I think that what qualifies me to be your congresswoman is the fact that I am human, just like all of you are. And maybe I have some experiences that have helped me have a level of empathy of the same things that are happening right now across the United States, and especially right now in the 2nd District of Kansas. As many of you may know, as soon as I made the determination that I was going to be interested in running for the seat, the first thing that I did was reach out to close to 400 individuals all across the district. And it was painful at that point in time, when COVID was not yet an issue, to hear the concerns of individuals trying to figure out how they were going to have access to healthcare. And as a single mother who knows all too well, having to hold my child and figure out if I was going to be around, and having to hold my baby and not let her crawl on my lap after having a significant surgery after surviving cancer, nobody should ever have to wonder if they're going to be able to pay their bills or take care of their health. And we talk in this beautiful country about the responsibilities and the rights that we have to have our independence. But how independent can we be if we are not healthy? How can we exercise everything that we have to offer if the basic premise of me having health, whether it's physical health or mental health, is withheld from me? The other thing that matters to me as well is education. And when we talk about the power of education, if we're talking about how are we going to create a country in which everybody is able to be everything that God made them to be, you think about not only the health, but also the amount of education and opportunity that an individual is able to attain. And what has been surprising is that in this horrible pandemic, we have been reminded of the inequities that exist, not just from one side of the country to the other, but the challenges that we're having currently in our state, as we are having individuals that sorely need to continue their education, and because they don't have access to proper infrastructure, are not able to have access. Right now, our students, because of the way that things are outlined, are not receiving the amount of support that they need. The schools and the districts and the neighborhoods that don't need as much support are not the districts that are receiving the amount of support that they should be getting. Our infrastructure is challenged. We have a federal government that has told us time and time again that there is this infrastructure package that is going to be passed on, and that we're going to have access not only to repair our roads, but to expand our roads so that we could have economic development, especially in Southeast Kansas, where we're having so much struggle to ensure that individuals not only have access to adequate education and adequate health, but also adequate opportunities to find decent employment. Infrastructure, education, and health are the cornerstone in order for us to be able to have a thriving economy and a thriving populace. And after reaching out to almost 400 people, your voices resonated strongly with me because your experience was my own. My word to all of you is, I promise that when I get to Washington, I will not forget all of you, because I am all of you. I understand your challenges in a way that more than likely none of my opponents are able to understand, because I know what it is like to be sick and to struggle with health insurance. I know what it is like to try to get an education and still today have to pay double or triple the amount of what my student loans were just because I wanted to get an education. I understand what it is not to have enough so that you could pay, so that you have decent broadband, so that it doesn't freeze up when you're trying to receive education. I will not forget, because I am one of you.